In an earlier video, we started off with member information. And that's the screen that's going to come up whenever you start Church Secretary, unless you change it using the model editor. Let's just look one more time at member information. And you see we have all this information, important dates, photo, and so on. And down at the bottom we have the related tabs. But let's look at this grid. We don't use all the fields. We don't display them all. But we could. We can add more fields by right-clicking on any column and choosing a column chooser. Let's say, for example, you want to show the family name. Okay, I've added that. Let's stretch this out a little bit. There's a reason I didn't initially include everything, because you won't see everything on the field, on the screen, everything on the grid. So here I've added the head of household name, right? Let's add one more. Let's see. Let's add the birth date. I haven't put many of these in, but just to show you that you can add these fields, and then close this box. And now see, you could filter on these fields. For example, family name. If we just check the Partridges and the Brady Bunch, these are two families that I grew up seeing on TV. So now we've filtered it, and down here is the filter for the family name equals in the list, Brady Bunch and the Partridges. So now I've added additional fields. If I wanted to export this data, I could choose File, Export to, in any of these file formats. Let's choose Excel. Okay. Now, let's go now to the Families screen. And I won't worry about seeing that folder. Look at the file. Trust me, it's exported to Excel. So let's add a new family. And when you're first starting off setting up Church Secretary with your own information, it might be a good place to start with family information and then begin adding members. So let's call this family, let's call it Donald Trump and family. And the title will be Mr. and Mrs. Okay. And then we'll say the salutation for a letter, mail merge might be Dear Don and Melania and Barron. Okay. For this first name we'll use Donald, last name Trump. We'll put in POTUS at, I don't know his real address, email address. And then Pennsylvania, I'm not spelling Pennsylvania right, Avenue. It's in Washington. And I can't type Washington either. I've got this out of sequence. It should go next to the state instead of going first to the phone, or the alternate phone. And the zip code 999. I'm not sure what it is. This is a sample. Now, I could load up the family photo and that would be included. I could come right down here, and there's no members yet, but I could create a new one. In fact, let's do this. And it filled in the family name and the address information already. So this member's full name is Donald Trump. Title is Mr. First name Donald. Last name Trump. Hope I don't offend anybody's politics. I just used the first thing that popped in my head. Now, we'll fill in the member type as adult. Head of household is yes. Marital status is married. Okay. Let's just leave it. We'll say member status is active. Hang on. Check something there. So actually, I wonder about this. College student I've got as a member status, but it really could be a member type, where I've got young adult. But anyway, we're going to leave his member status as active, and I'll save and close the record. Now I added this down here when I was adding a family record. I haven't saved the family yet, okay? But I'm going to save and close, and that will save the related record as well. So now then let's go back to members and let's clear this filter. Okay, otherwise we wouldn't see all the other records. And let's sort on last name. In fact, I'm going to refresh the view. There we go. So down at the bottom we have Donald Trump that I added, right? I'm going to do a new record this time for the member here. And the full name will be, Melania Trump. When I pick out the family name, I type, here we go, okay. As soon as I go to the next field, it fills in the mailing address and so on. This is Mrs. Dear First Lady, and Melania and Trump. Now she would be Flotus at whitehouse.gov. And member type again, we could say, we'll say inactive, or is that, member type is, it would still be adult. Head of household, no. Marital status, married. Member status, we'll set her as active. Okay. So this is two ways to add a family member. Okay, I'll save and close. And now we go back to families and pick out the Trump family, Donald Trump family. We have both members. Okay. If we want to continue, we'd link from here, click on a new record, and this could be for Baron. But I just wanted to give you another example of how the family and member records work together. Thanks, and come back soon to watch more videos.